Russia has signaled for 15 years plus they want economic development and they'll kill the weapons. But see, Hollywood and the left and the globalists, they've said they don't like the having babies, being Christian. They don't like that. They want, just like MSNBC said at the State of the Union, they said, you don't talk about churches and you don't talk about families. That's a bygone era. You don't get that anymore. That was put out. The globalists are losing, but they're doubling down their attacks. There's one thing they fear, and it's people power. InfoWars has defeated their censorship so far only because of you spreading the links, spreading the articles, subscribing, clicking the notification buttons, and getting the articles and videos out. But they are intensifying their censorship, so now it's more important than ever to ensure we keep the First Amendment alive and well right here in America and free speech worldwide. So from Australia to countries in Africa, to Europe, to Mexico, to right here in the USA, I salute you all for taking action and defending free speech. We will prevail. Andrei Afanasyev is going to be joining us, a top TV host, one of the top TV hosts in Russia, also a political scientist. He's going to be getting into the latest attempts to overthrow Russia and attempts to get President Trump to be tricked into war with Russia. And we're going to meet the Playboy model running against Putin for president, whose father died mysteriously when he was pro-Putin. I tell you, the Stockholm Syndrome isn't just in Stockholm, Sweden, my friends. So that is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. This poor lady is being funded by Soros and others. But we're going to look at all of this with a top political analyst on the other side. But aren't the Russian ladies pretty, though? I mean, that's quite a nice export when they move over here. Why are we at war with Russia now that they're Christian and conservative and have twice the resources of African continent? That's why Trump is a capitalist and he's licking his lips. Let me tell you how you get to Russia. You go in there with free market and it's over. And it'll be like a man and woman climbing in bed together that have babies and are happily ever married. That's why the globalist hunchbacks up there on D.C. are crapping their little britches, because we're on the same parallels. We're lined up the same geography. Russia helped both times in the founding of our country. And then our own globalist liberals went and colonized Russia in 1917 and crapped all over it. And then had their greedy little globalist hands around their necks for 80-something years. And then now Russia helped us after 9/11. They helped us take out ISIS. And now Trump's moving troops onto the border and sending heavy weapons to Ukraine. It is a real, real shame. And, you know, I know why Trump's doing it. He's very hawkish. He respects the military. And you can see kind of a globalist view of Russia's got nukes. They're an adversary. You've got to be strong. You got to encircle that threat. You know, don't just think you can make deals with them and then hope they won't use that to the advantage against us. Russia has signaled for 15 years plus they want economic development and they'll kill the weapons. But see, Hollywood and the left and the globalists, they've said they don't like the having babies, being Christian. They don't like that. They want, just like MSNBC said at the State of the Union, they said, you don't talk about churches and you don't talk about families. That's a bygone era. You don't get that anymore. That was put out. I'm not going to play it again. We've already covered it probably 20 times since last Tuesday night. But that's the attitude. We're going to take everything you've got. And that's what globalists do. They make you poor. And they're in a race to make you poor. And Trump is in a race to get wealth into the country. And he's expanding a very dangerous bubble to do it. But it's like somebody's already dying. One of my good friends died when he was 33. He looked like an angel once he was dead. But he was fighting for his life. Organ failure from infective bacteria he got from a small surgery. And Ryan Baxter. And he was sitting there fighting for his life. I was there when he died. And his dad was driving down from Dallas, racing to see him. And they came in and they said, look, he's gone already. They said, we can give him this adrenaline, all the rest of it. It may kill him right now, but it'll bring him back up for maybe 20, 30 minutes. So you guys can say bye to him. He was gone, coma. We said, hit him with it, because his dad was pulling up right as they spoke. hit him with that. His eyes came back. He said he was ventilated, but he was saying, like, I don't want to die. He was there. He was like, and all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, he passed out again before his dad came in. And I sat there with him fighting for his life, sitting there like that. And that's what Trump's doing, man. He's just injecting adrenaline, just hitting us, going, trying to get our heart going. And all the Democrats and all of them are trying to pull his hands off, and they're fighting him. But we've got a chance to get the engine going again, and pop, 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 a bunch of black smoke comes out, but we can get going down the road. We're not as far gone as my friend was. And Trump hadn't used all the adrenaline yet. You know, we're starting to come back, and the little gremlins are in there trying to suck our blood and bring us down. And Trump is loading up the big syringe, man. And it's like, what are we going to do? Because it may make us have a giant heart attack, may blow the whole economy the other way. I know exactly what Trump's doing. And he just wants to bring America back and prove it. So he's like, fine, you want Russia? Move the troops in, send in the weapons, attack them. That's still not enough, is it? But we have nuclear war with Russia that won't be in America anyways. So I know exactly what Trump's doing. He's got U.S. advisors in there helping the Ukrainians in street battles with the Russians right up against the border with Russia in eastern Ukraine right now to prove he's not a Russian agent. When you got Hillary Clinton and all these dirtbags are the ones that were on the Russian payroll because they will come buy you off to get your uranium. What do you think the U.S. does? Every government does this. The difference is the communist Chinese are the real threat, and they're the ones derailing the trains. I've got that from multiple sources. They're the ones EMPing and shutting down the ships, and they got freighters nearby that then ram them that are under Communist Party, Chinese Party military flags. They don't even hide it. So we're at war with China right now. And China owns Hollywood, and it's just, I mean, that's why last year, not this year, but last year, Davos, they sent the Chinese president, never been there, and he said, I will defeat Trump. I will defeat America. We will bring in world government. These are quotes. And Juncker, the heir to the Nazi fortune, his dad was the right-hand man of Hitler, the actual power behind the throne that funded the whole deal. That and the Mengeles were involved as well. Oh, they didn't just let Mengele go for no reason. He was German royalty. And so is Juncker. He's related to the Queen of England, all of them. And they shook hands and pledged, and then Juncker, after the meeting, said, we'll stop Trump. Remember, it's in January, right after he got sworn in. He goes, we will defeat America with China's help. I mean, you'd think the Nazi heir with the Nazi collaborator Soros with the communist Chinese dictator that sells political dissidents organs are on TV saying, we will defeat America. America's done. The Chinese century's here. And Europe's done. We're bringing in Muslims. You'd think every American would turn aside from their dumb politics and say that's wrong. But no! Because nobody's telling them but us. And they know if the word gets out, finally it is. Even in Bezos's Washington Post, they're catching communist Chinese government intelligence agencies. They caught them basically running the University of Texas engineering department. That's DARPA over there. Oh yeah, they caught them running the DARPA facility underground. They got nuclear reactors. They got, I'm not even get into what I've been told they got over there. And I've confirmed it as well. They got it all. And it's all funny to them. And so we're totally penetrated. We got the communist Chinese on our backs. They're on their own people's backs. We got Hollywood, Democratic Party scum, cowardly blue bloods that are in the Republican Party that only care about themselves. But here comes Nunes and a few other people that are willing to fight. And President Trump, and the tide turns just like that. And then we've got all these other articles here. There's a Kit Daniels article up on Infowars.com. Study reveals science behind soy boys. Gender-bending chemicals found in 86% of teenagers in Europe and the United States, turning men feminine, turning women hyper-feminine, and accelerating breast cancer. Yep, there's your source. Women would think, oh, a bunch of extra estrogen and stuff, I'm going to be super feminine. No, it accelerates your aging and gives you cyst on your ovaries, gives you accelerated endometriosis. I mean, they're talking like I've told you in studies, a 40-year-old woman in the U.S., on average, has got like an 80-year-old woman's uterus. And her breasts are like a 100-year-old woman's. You're like, well, they don't look like it. No, the cellular mutations are. Because you're drinking glyphosate, sweetheart, and it's going to turn your man into a woman. And it's going to turn you into dead. You understand? It's going to turn your man into a woman, and it's going to turn you into 6 feet under. And that's all mainstream news. AP, Reuters, Daily Mail, you name it today. Next year's news today. Next decade's news today. And I'm not proud of that fact. We're just stating the facts here and fighting for humanity. Because, you know, I don't want my 3 girls to die like this. I want the glyphosate banned right now.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
InfoWars comes to mind.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
There's a lot of controversy around this network about Alex Jones.
Google is being accused of hiding negative stories about Hillary and her campaign by changing its algorithm to bury stories like the Clinton body count story. That's according to website InfoWars.
It sounds like it's confirmed there are at least 2 shooters with fully automatic weapons.
Dr. Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
JFK was shot from the back and the front.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
They took the babies out of the incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor.
I think this is a national security imperative. We have clear things that we do not understand how they work, operating in areas that we can't control.
UFOs.
Is this global governance at last? Is it one world, the central bankers in charge?
Israel claims the attack was accidental, but some former U.S. naval officers say it was on purpose. They describe the day's action as part of a continuing cover-up.
Russian intelligence compiled a dossier on Mr. Trump during visits to Moscow.
Russian scum!
Denied everything and called it all fake news.
And he accused CNN of being fake news.
This is a national emergency.
If they kill Trump or remove Trump, it will cause a massive civil war in this country.
This is a FEMA high-level alert.
We are at war with Russia.
Are you aware that Mr. Stone also stated publicly that he was in direct communication with Julian Assange and WikiLeaks?
The White House and the President are citing InfoWars.
If they can shut us down, you're next.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
It's critical to support independent media operations that aren't these internet ghettos like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, like Infowars.com, and to spread the articles and the videos. And it's more critical than ever, too, to wear T-shirts out in public. Depending on how extreme you want to get, wear an Infowars.com shirt. You're going to be loved. You're going to get dinner bought for you. You're going to meet maybe your future spouse 90% of the time. 10% of the time, you may get hot coffee thrown on you and somebody trying to physically attack you. Or wear something like "Don't Tread on Me," that is a symbol that other patriots recognize, so you can wear your colors publicly and meet like-minded people. That's what flags are about. That's what symbols are about. Now, I had an idea, because growing up, I loved Book of the Month Club and Comic Book of the Month Club, or Model of the Month Club, where a model would come, you know, of a B-17 or a truck or whatever, and I'd glue it together and paint it and everything. We have a shirt of the month that will be a collector's edition, high-quality shirt that is only available for that month. But these shirts just came in a few days ago. It's a red version of our best-selling yellow version, Won't Tread on Me, with the American flag and Infowars.com. This red version will only be available for the next 25 days or so, because we just got them in a few days ago, and then that's it. And you get 25% off when you order it at InfoWarsStore.com in the shirt of the month. You sign up in that, in the auto ship function, can cancel anytime, it's totally free, and then you get the next shirt every month. You can give it as a gift, you can change the size, and you'll have a wardrobe of Patriot apparel for every occasion. So it's available right now on InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. So again, thank you all for checking out InfoWarsStore.com. You built InfoWars, and we're going to the next level thanks to you.